We're recording, so hopefully this will work. The first thing I want to do, guys, is make sure, I know you've done that, but if you have not, go to the instructor folder, to the file, 211, that's a project, to CAD, right-click on CAD, and copy. Okay? Did you guys do that? Copy it to your team folder? Everybody's there? So because I want to be like you, I'm going to go back and then go back all the way. My team folder is number 11. I'm going to go to the file. And when you guys go back to your team folder, right? You went to the fall, not the winter, because we're not in the winter. Fall. You went to the design drawing. Everybody went there. And XREF, right? To the XREF, and just right-click and dump this stuff on the XREF here. Did you guys do this step? Am I going too fast?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes? Okay. Okay. So just what we're doing, guys, is we're copying the folder, the CAD folders, into a new location. So that will allow you, Chris, to delete, add. These are your files now. You can do anything you want with them. Before that, it was my folder, and you cannot delete it or edit it or save it. So what you guys have done is just you basically took a copy of my stuff and you put it in your folder so you can work with it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to. Mistake number one over the years, as I said, people were working in the instructor folder where we're not able to save in it because you don't have access to save into that folder. So please, always when you work, when you reference, everything we're going to do, we're going to refer to your team folder. Okay? Everybody got this cut? All the CAD stuff is there?
Yeah. Take a list of files. I mean, I went to our team file.
Okay.
And I mean, fall, design drawing.
Yep.
XREF, CAD.
Yep.
And the stuff is already in there.
Because.
I'm pretty sure I didn't put it there. So. Oh.
You did it.
Probably just because I just did it.
Yeah.
Oh, you should be. Oh.
So one member.
Yeah. One member, guys, will do that step. I'm sorry, I should have told you that. One member should do that step. Okay. When you guys there, could you please open the CAD folder? Open the CAD folder, guys, and you're going to see all this stuff here. Let me just walk you through. Everybody's there? Ashley and Zach, are you guys there? What I'm going to do right now, guys, you can probably one team member should do when I start doing the setup. But if you want to, the other two members want to do it, it's good too. But when you do saving, just, how about if you guys, when I start setting up, all of you do it, but one will save. When we say save, just one of you will save it, or you can save it in a different location.
That's all right.
Okay? Yes.
I'm not getting to
What's your team?
Okay,
You can't get it.
I'm going to copy this one.
Okay, right click here. Copy. Now go back, there. Okay. That's what happened with my friend Ashley too. Go to your email. Yeah. Go to the email that I sent you guys. There you go. Follow it. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Now right click on that. No, go back one step. Right click and create a shortcut. Not copy. Create a shortcut right here. All right. Yes. All right. Perfect. Now it's created the shortcut for you here. What happened is you copied the file. You didn't create the shortcut.
Yeah.
Okay. Double click on that. And now do the same thing. Now you should be able to see the team folder. So go to the instructor folder, copy it. Instructor folder, and do the whole step. Okay, guys. I'm sorry. There's a difference between copy the file and create a shortcut, right? So copy the file will make a copy on your C drive, but when you create a shortcut, it makes a link for you. I encourage you not to make a copy. And if you make a copy in your C drive, mistake number two happened over the years. People will make a copy of their C drive, the network folder on their C drive, and they work on the C drive copy, and they say, Chad, well, I was working there, but it's not saving because you are on your C drive. So make a shortcut, not a copy. Everybody's okay with a shortcut, not a copy? Well, no, the shortcut that we did at the beginning, let me go back here, right here. When you went right here, right click, and you hit create a shortcut, right? and that will put a shortcut in your desktop. Yeah. Well, some people went and they put copy. You know what I mean? When you went over here, if you say copy, it will create a copy of that folder on your C drive. You don't want to do that because that doesn't connect you. Okay, we're good? Everybody's good? Cool. Let's go back. Now everybody's there. I'm in my folder, which is Team 11, Design Drawing, and X, and the CAD. You guys have these are the binders that we have. Let me just walk you quick through it so we can know what we have. I don't want to open them, just I'm going to walk over them. Can you guys see the first one says lower level? Lower level, here's the project. The project is actually an apartment building, 5,000 square foot, 2 levels. Each level has 2 apartments in it. 2 apartments in the top, 2 apartments in the bottom. That's it. So when it says, when we XREF now, we're going to start XREFing. When they say go XREF the lower level, we're going to go XREF that file. So that lower level, don't open it for now, just look at it. That's your lower level, the 2 apartments at the bottom. If you go right underneath it, this is a title block that I gave you guys. I'm giving you this tile block. If you have a different tile block from what you did with Gary, use it by any means. But let's just start with this tile block now. You can change it anytime. Everybody knows what a tile block is. That's the one that's framed, that's going to go on the piece of paper. You're going to see how we're going to, when I say we're going to go XREF the tile block, we're talking about title block 22 by 34. The reason why 22 by 34 because of the piece of paper, that big piece of paper that we draw on.
Could you explain XREF? That's also what you.
Yeah, we're going to do, I'm coming. Yeah, oops, I don't want to open that one, but it did anyway. Okay, close that one. I didn't mean to open it at this time anyway. Okay, let me just go back to, so that's my tile block.
Chad, just a question about the title block.
Yeah.
So we can edit later on.
Yes, yes,
Title block.
yes.
And put in symbols.
Absolutely. That's why I don't want you to get hung up on how the tile block looks like now, because when we do CAD, guys, you're going to see in a second here, you would have, there are 3 files to make a drawing, 3 files. One of them is the file that you're working in. The other 2 files is, one file will be for the background. We call it the background. We XREF it. And the second file is the title block. These 3 files together, they make a piece of paper that we print, that 22 by 34. Well, you're going to be working on the file that says E1, E2, E3, E4. All the time you open this file. But to the E1, E2, E3, E4, all the way to E12, there will be linked 2 files. One is the background, and the other one is the title block. And then we're going to see how we're going to work on them. The background, guys, which is this one, this lower level is a background. Most of the time, when we do work on CAD, this is under the exclusive control of the architects. So meaning, Ashley, you can't just go, you can't just go and change a wall. The background is under complete exclusive control of the architects. That's why we do the XREF. So when the architects update their background, and if you're XREFing to them, every time they work on their background and update it, you will see the most updated version of this background. Does that make sense? That's what really XREFing is. You're looking at a picture right underneath it, and every time the architects move the picture and you are looking at the top, you can see what they have done when you upload. Okay, that's why if you work on the file itself without XREFing, you can't see what the architects are doing. So what we've done with LB Beckett and elsewhere, guys, what they do is the architects, they have a central location where they put all the architectural files, CAD files, and the engineers will have their own location, and we go to that central file and we basically take a picture of the architectural blueprint and we start working on it, and every time we save or they change the background, they say, do you really want to update the background? Yep, and it keeps updating it for you. By doing it this way, and I hate to spend more time on that one because now we're going to the central file in Revit, which is kind of slightly different. But by doing it this way, they allow the architects to work on the background while you are working on the same background and doing your electrical. So you come one day, Zach, if you haven't done that, and you put your receptacle right in here, and you come the second day, open the drawing, and your receptacle is floating on the air, just sitting right here, and the wall is gone. No problem, because the architects have moved the wall. The good news for us, Chris, is nobody's going to move this wall. That folder, guys, lower level, it's set. We're not going to be changing it for you. Okay, we're cool about that? So you're working the three files attached together to make the drawing. The file ease, you open them, work on them. The background is referenced for you to get you the background, the blueprint. And the title block is just to tell you who you are around it. Okay, so I have an upper level. So actually, my friend, the upper level is the same like the lower level. So we have two apartments at the top, two at the bottom. We're going to open them in a second. Elevation, I have elevation. Elevation is FYI only. If you want to show some elevation and pictures, that's just giving you elevation of the picture of the drawing. I'm going to skip this and go back to the electrical layers. In CAD, they work with layers, guys, and every layer has its own color, and you can turn them on and off. If you work with layers, it's so easy to control what you're doing. And what we have done in the past is, guys, we work in the same folder. For example, I have the blueprint for the upper level. I can do my lights, my receptacles, and my low voltage on the same blueprint with different layers, with different colors. When I print them, I can turn certain layers on and certain layers off, so it prints only the power or only the lighting and only the low voltage. You're going to see how it's so easy. It's hard. It's very easy when you look at it. So this folder, guys, you're going to see. I'm going to ask you to go open it and copy layers that's already set for you and dump them into your folder. So we're going to be coming back to this one in a second. Symbols. Electrical symbols. This file has all the electrical blocks. Philip, my friend, you asked about them yesterday. All the electrical blocks are in this file. You're not going to be opening it, Ashley. All what you have to do is reference it. I'll show you. Very easy. We go to the tool palette and we load them in the design center into your drawing. When you load them, one time you do that, one time per computer. When you load them, you're done. You don't even look at this again. You just load them, and then you have them in your software. You start grabbing them and throwing them wherever you want.
What's the electrical more?
It has more stuff there. Electrical symbols here have communication and so forth. The ones that I use is actually these. These are just FYI. Didn't talk too much. These are FYI for now. The one I'm going to be referring to is electrical symbol file. Okay, good one. Garage. We have a garage building. This building that you guys are going to be looking at, it's actually have a garage building, 4-stall garage. So we're going to be importing this one as a garage. The second one has schedules, panel schedules. We have two of them, but we're going to be using, I have S here. I think we modified it at one time. I'll tell you when we get closer which one we're going to be using. I have another title block, 22 by 34. I believe the one that we're going to be using is the first one. I'll lead you guys through it. You can use either one of them, as a matter of fact, but we're going to use the first one. Site plan, that will give you the site. Electrical symbol for fan. We didn't have a symbol for fan, so I added one symbol for fan. Later on, we load that symbol for you. Plotter setting, not a big deal at this point. And swimming pool detail. We have a detail for the swimming pool. So that's basically where all the stuff that we're going to have. Let me just give you, I'm going to open the site here. Can you guys see with site plan? Everybody can see the site plan. Can you guys open the site plan? Double click on it. Everybody knows how to open a CAD file. You can go double click on any CAD file and we'll open it. So continue. Everybody can see what I see here?
I'm getting an alert.
Okay, before you guys do, have you borrowed your license? Everybody knows how to borrow a license from last year? Okay, if you don't, follow me just one time. Do you guys have CAD open like this? You don't have to see anything here, just open. No, it's not open at all? Okay, let me just see. You need to borrow a license. The license is 1 month. Every 1 month you have to return the license.
Yeah, I stumbled through it. Orange scrolls find an application.
Please allow me to open it. The same thing. Is that what has you on the deal? That's not the deal. No, okay, there. Yeah. If you're still unable to access a license, contact your administrator. Yeah, you might have to deal with that one. Can you guys stick with me, or you will go take it downstairs? I'll walk you individually for it. Not a big deal. You have it? We have open stuff. You will take it downstairs. downstairs. You want to stay here for a second with us? Yeah. Yeah, why don't you stay a little bit and you guys follow? Everybody else have it? Okay. The ones who have it, guys, I know from last year, borrow the license. Just a quick reminder, you guys have done that before. When you borrow the license, you go, Zach, because you guys haven't done that. Can you see that question mark right there? Okay, click on that little arrow underneath it. Can you see what I see right now? Okay, go to About. When you go to About, do you see what I see? And I see at the top, Product Information. Click on that one. Do you see what I see, everybody? The rest of you guys know how to borrow it, right? Okay, do you see that? And then it should tell you here, where's my license? My license is borrowed right in here. Zach, October 6, 2011. They give you 1 month. What does the number you say? August 13th. So let's go borrow license. So can you see where it says borrow license for you here? I don't think you can.
Yeah.
Can you click on that one? Yeah. Can you go as far as you can go? You've done it? Okay. So as far as you can go with that white and click on it. What's your date now?
Today, or yesterday. Well, next month.
Oh, next month? Okay. Then click OK and get out of it. Okay. Everybody knows how to borrow the license. So every month you have to remember to borrow the license. By the way, this license works for both Revit and CAD. Cool? Borrow the license? Revit and CAD. Okay, I want you guys, okay, everybody else, everybody's looking at this model here. Everybody knows the paper space and model space, right? Paper space we print from, model space we work for the most part. Let's go to the model space. Everybody has the same interface like I do right now here. Click on the model space right here. Model space. Okay, when you go, by the way, I encourage you guys to get a mouse when you work with CAD and with a wheel, a mouse that has a wheel. You really, if you want to work with CAD with your computer, laptop mouse, it's really hard. Okay, here's the building, Zach, here's the building that we're dealing with, just to give you a quick idea. We have a swimming pool structure, can you guys see that? And we have a garage structure, and we have a building structure. 3 structures, and we're supposed to bring power, lighting, and low voltage for these 3 structures. Okay, cool? Everybody see what the project is? We have 3 structures. This one is called the site plan. And Ashley, my friend, and Zach, the site plan is where you put the 3 structures and you tie the structure with power, lighting, and low voltage. Just show how the power coming to the buildings and going from one building to another. That's why we call it a site plan, showing all the power between structures. And I use the word structure to describe a swimming pool. Can you guys see the swimming pool structure? And the garage, 4-stall garage structure, and the building, which has 4 apartments, 2-story building structure. Our job, guys, is to bring the power, the low voltage, and the light to these 4 structures, 3 structures. Yes, sir. Yeah, we're gonna do. Yeah, we're gonna kind of use our judgment on that one. Okay, and the lines that you guys can see is the property line. Can you guys see the property line around the building? So you come over here to the building, and then here's your building, and from here you go to the swimming pool, and here's your driveway going to the garage. Does that just give you an idea what the project is? Okay, so that's just to give you an idea what the project is. As long as you are there, minimize this, and go back to, let's just go back to your folder. Are you guys back to these folders? I just minimized CAD. I want you to go double click on the upper level. Everybody's there? Double click on the upper level. So what I'm doing, I'm opening the upper level. Just to look at it now. Okay? Okay, when you're on the upper level, can you see what I see, guys? Everybody can see this? Upper level?
Yeah, it's one at a time.
Yeah, one person's got to do the setup.
Oh.
Because otherwise the other one's coming into it as we go.
Yeah, I'm just showing you guys what the project is yet. We're not doing the setup. Okay? Can you guys see? Everybody can see that? No? Okay, that's fine. When you guys go there, you're going to see that the building has an entrance from here and from the 2 sides and the front. It's basically 2 apartments. two apartments, bedrooms, kitchen, as you can see, bathrooms, living room, two bedrooms, a bathroom, and a living room. And we're supposed to bring power, lighting, and low voltage for this building.
Raising all kinds of hell about wanting educational stamps. and
Just
things like
okay.
that.
Okay, yeah, everything is okay, yeah. It will put an education stamp around it. Can you guys see that? Everybody see that? Okay, so that's basically the upper level. What I want you to do, guys, do me one little favor. And this is just giving you an idea what we're going to be doing here. I want to go File. I want to go Close. This is just to show. I'm going to close CAD. Don't save anything, just close it. Just close CAD. Close, don't save anything. We didn't do anything to save. Okay. I just want to make sure we start with a new clean copy with CAD. Did you guys close everything else? We could have started from here, but it's confusing. Let's start with a clean copy now. So we know what the project is, 3 structures, apartment, 2-story building. Let's go and do the extra thing now. Cool? Everybody's closed?
Could you explain what extra operating is, like using the term?
Yeah.
I assume it stands for external reference.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like saying I'm gonna blah blah.
Yeah, external reference. We're going to bring 2 files and tie them together in a second here. Okay, everybody's all that, everything's shot. Let's go start CAD one more time. Just click on CAD. CAD, not the drawings, CAD. Okay, you borrowed the license. Yep, CAD is okay. Everything is okay. You're going to end up with a copy, a clean copy like this. Everybody has a clean copy like this, guys? Okay. All right, so let me know when you guys have the clean copy like this for CAD to start with. Guys, good? Good, good, good. Chris is, when it comes, no big deal. Okay. So this is what I like to start with, a clean copy, and then we're going to start working on it. Very easy, guys. You're going to see how easy it is when you start working with it. Let me know when, Chris, when you're done. Good? Okay. All right. The first thing I want to go, guys, I'm going to do a few things. I just want to remind you, I hope you understand there are two interfaces in CAD. One is called the paper space, and the other one is the model space. Actually, model space, we work in the model space. Paper space, we plot. When we print, we go to the paper space. Really is. 99%, Zach, of your time is going to be in the papers, in the model space, working in the model space. When you decide we're done, we're going to go print, you go to the paper space and you start printing, for the most part. Okay. So we, okay, good. Can you guys see that little bottom here? Can you get rid of the grid? See the grid here? Just click that grid and it will get rid of the grid. Everybody get rid of the grid. We're cool? All right, let's go. The first thing I'm going to do, guys, and I told you I have some bunch of layers I want to bring here. So I want you to do the following. I want you to minimize, yep. The grid is way at the bottom. Can you see where my, click here, it comes, click here, it goes. You just get rid of it, meaning turn it off. Okay, so you see what I see right now. Okay, cool. Everybody's okay? The first thing I'm going to go, guys, I'm going to go get my layers that I already set for you. The easiest way to do it, and there's so many ways of doing it. The easiest way that I know of doing it is just minimize CAD, minimize. You go back to this interface, right? Did you guys minimize it? So CAD is already open. I'm going to go copy the one that says electrical, where is it? Electrical layers. Up here. That file, electrical layers. Copy the layers in the file. So step number 1, could you please go open it first? Let's go to the one that says electrical layers. Everybody's there? Just double click and open it. Open it. By the way, in CAD, you can open any file at any time, like Word documents. You guys are good with the computer, right? You double click on the file, opens it. Okay, everybody can see that new CAD file that we opened? And can you guys see all these?
There's some warnings when you open it. About
Okay, just keep going. Okay, okay, okay.
Well, it doesn't say okay. It's either open, close, or don't show me.
Don't show me. at this time. Okay? Can you guys see that? Now, Phil, I don't know what layers you guys use, but these are sample of layers that we're going to be using. Feel free to modify them at any time. We have E for emergency, and this color is for communication and so forth. So if you, I'm going to zoom just quick on these. So when I start doing exit and fire, I don't know if you guys can see it. This color, every time I use this color, which represents this layer, it's going to be only for communication, for phone and data. Now, don't worry about it. When it comes, guys, we'll be using it. The only thing I want you to do now is just copy them, and let's go dump them in our newly opened file. And this is how we do. Okay, make sure you zoom at all of them, and make a window, left to right. You select them, right? You know how to select in CAD, right? Select them. They're selected, all of them. Make sure all of them are selected. And what I usually do is go right-click, and do you see where it says copy to a clip? What do you call it? Clipboard copy. Did you guys select them? And right-click on them. You should be able to clipboard copy. We're cool? Everybody's cool with that? No? Select them. Right-click on them. And you're there. Everybody's good? Cool? Right there. Okay, then copy. I copied them. Here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to go back into my CAD file. I have two CAD files open now, right? So I'm going to go to, here's my two CAD files. Can you get, if you click, can you guys go to the second drawing that we just started? Right click here. Or you can minimize them. If you minimize this, I believe they open them down here. Everybody knows that when you minimize it in CAD, it puts the two files right at the bottom. It's like Word or Excel does that too. Okay, so let's go to the drawing. Make sure you are in the drawing that says drawing number 1 right here. Everybody's there? Right click and clipboard and paste. Can you guys see that? Clipboard and paste. Cool. You guys see them? I put them right there, right? So what I did, guys, I copied these layers. By copying them, Chris, by copying them, you actually just put them in your drawing right here. By copying them into the new drawing that you created, you basically created these layers with their colors. That's the easiest way. It's already created for you. I'll show you how to edit them in a second. Can you guys click here and see if they're there? Can you see them? All of them right here? You're clicking. Can you see them in the folder that you are in? Yeah. Good. Then you go up here where it says layers. Click on that little down arrow, and you should be able to see them. We're cool? If you see them, we're done. Your layers have been set for you. Now, I know, Phil, you guys, wherever you work, if you decided, like, I want to modify them because I'm used to this, by any means, feel free. You can modify them there and give them different names. For the rest of us, we can live, or anybody who wants to modify them, if you want to modify them, you can modify them and show you how. But if you don't, I'm happy with using them for our project. Okay? Since they're all there, look, the tricky one, all what you have to do now is just go back, select the same. We're still in drawing number 1. We selected them and delete because I don't want them. The reason why I just dropped them here so it can be picked up by this file. Okay? So what I've done is I basically imported all my layers from the already designed layers for us, Ashley, into E1, which this is going to be my drawing, and I have all the layers that I need now. Okay? Any comments, Phil? Anybody? Any comments? Before you go anywhere, I want you to go back again and check. Do you have your layers here? Yep. All of them are here? Right? Yes, sir.
I didn't see how you paste them up there. How do you get them in the drop-down menu?
You don't. If you paste them, they automatically update it. Okay. Did you right-click and you clip and paste? Okay, and they did not auto. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's well, no big deal. Okay, so if you guys have done that, before you go anywhere, please go delete them. Right here, delete them from, remember, we're working, make sure always you are in drawing number 1, right? We're cool? Everybody's okay with that? Okay. Okay, everybody good? Now, you guys are up here. I want to just quick overview. Right in here is where the layer properties are. I want to add 2 more layers. Just to show you how to add a layer. I'm going to add 2 more layers. Can you guys click on that icon here? It says layer property. Everybody's okay there? Everybody can see where I am right now? Layer property. Okay, cool. I want you to click on that icon. And when you click on it, you open a window that you can expand it. That looks exactly like this. Everybody's okay with this? Can you guys see that? These are all the layers that we just imported to this drawing. Cool? Good?
How do you expand it?
Oh, expand it. You can hold it from right here. Yep. No, not big deal. Okay. Yeah, you can expand it a little bit. And the reason why I like to expand is so I can see the whole deal. Okay. Just a quick, if you guys are not familiar with layers, just a quick overview of layers. If you come over here, click, just pick the first one. If you click over here, you can turn them on and off. You can freeze them. Later on, I'm going to show you how to turn them on. Turn them off. Turn them off. If you click here off, look at that little button here. If you click it off, Ashley, everything on this color will be completely done. You can't see it. Okay? That's very important. So always make sure they're on. The one freeze, if you freeze them, you can't see them in this view. You can freeze in a view. If you have 5 views and you want to freeze them only in one view, you can freeze in that view. Meaning I can see them everywhere else except in this view. Lock, see that lock here? It's easy. If you lock it, you can't do anything with it unless you unlock it. You can't change the color, you can't change anything else. The right next to it, the color, these are the color that you assigned for this layer, so visually you can see it. If you're color blind, you might have to work a little bit harder on this. So color, you can pick, these are already picked colors for you guys. There's industry standards where they pick colors. That's one of them, one standard. If you decided, Ashley, you really don't like this color here, no problem. You click on it here and click on the color, and here you go. You have a trillion of other colors to use for this layer. It's really visual. It just allows you to see that particular stuff on this layer. Okay, continuous. Line type, when you draw things can be continuous. There's different type of lines, guys. We're going to be going over default, blah, blah, blah. These will go over as it comes. The one most important thing right here, see that printer, guys? If you click on the printer, Chris, see that printer? If I put this sign on the printer, anybody can tell me what does this sign mean?
It's not going to show up.
It's not going to print. Yeah, it's not going to plot. So, Chris, if you want a line to put it there, but really don't want to print it, you put it in a layer, and you click on it, and this layer is not going to print. Okay? Very important. All right, make sure you unclick it first. Okay, so these are the most important things at this time. Any question? Any question? Questions?
It may be a little advanced, but what's the new VP freeze right next to the picture?
I have to try it. I have to try it. In new BP freeze.
But you've never used it, so.
Yeah, I haven't used it. I haven't used for these projects. Yeah. Let's try it when we go through that. Okay, questions, guys? Questions? And again, my friends, you guys were going to be with Chad for 3 months for CAD. So we'll go over this over and over and over again if you forgot it. It's not the end of the world. One thing I want to add, 2 more layers here, just for 2 reasons. Number 1, because I need them. And number 2, because I want you to add the layer. So if you guys look at this, right here, this little icon, if you click on it, it says new layer. Is everybody's okay with that? So could you please do me a favor, click on it? And can you see how it opens a new layer for you? Can you do me a favor? And right in here, you can type, let's call this one background. The reason why I'm going to call it background, this is going to be my background that I'm going to XREF to. Just call it background. Just name it. Everybody's okay with that? Background. Hope I spell it right. Color. Let's go give it a color. Everything is leave as is. Go to the color. Let's give it a color. You know what? You can put it in any color. I'm going to put it in yellow for the lack of a better term. You can put it any color. I get it a yellow color. Actually, I lied to you here. Do me a favor. Are you in the color of the background? Everybody's there? Click on it. The background, guys, we've always put it on a gray color. Anybody can tell me why? Because when you print your stuff, you want the electrical stuff to stand out and the walls and the ceiling and everything to be dim. The nicest color that you can use, gray. So I want anything I put on this layer to be gray. So what I'm going to go, I'm going to call this instead of yellow. Can you guys type, either you put it a gray here. Can you guys see the gray here? Or the color coming right here, color 9 is a gray. Or type 9. Can you guys just type 9 here where it says color? Let me repeat myself one more time. Anything, any background that you bring, you always want it to be gray. Why gray? Because you don't want to be looking to distinguish between a fixture, square, a rectangle like this, and a door or a wall. So you always put it on a layer that's actually gray. Cool? Everybody's okay with that one? So I'm going to go, everybody type, either you click on this or you type here, you type 9. That's color 9 is always gray. Okay? Everybody's okay with that? Can I hit okay? So now, fill everything you put in this layer is what? It's going to be gray. And the only thing I'm going to put in this layer, as you're going to see, is the XREF background. Okay, that's all what I need to do here. I need to do, everybody's done with that step? We have a background, new layer that's called background. Let's go do one more layer. This layer, again, click on that one. I want you guys to call this one viewport. 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 Okay, just type viewport. Cool. Viewport. Did you hit new layer? Everybody's cool? New layer, viewport. Can you go to the color? The only thing I want to change is this color. Click on the color. For the viewport, I'm going to go, really any color you can put it. I'm going to go put red. I added a red. Oh, I have red. I'm going to use a different color since I have red. Let's use yellow. Can you guys put yellow for the viewport? Now, Ashley, the viewport you're going to see later on, we don't want the viewport to print. Very important. The viewport, guys, it scales the drawing for you, but it doesn't print. So I want you to go and make this layer unprintable. How do you make this layer unprintable? Can you guys see the print here? Click on the print here. So anything you put in this viewport, Zach, right now, anything you put in this layer, guess what? When you send it to the plotter, it wouldn't print. And that's exactly what I want. I don't want the viewport to print. Viewports, guys, is for you to scale the drawing, but not to print, because it shows another line that it aggravates people. Okay, cool? So, am I right to say that, guys, everybody have seen all the layers, and we know how to add by clicking here. We can add a layer. We add two, background and viewport, give him a color, and the view, and make the background gray, because the background always gray, because you want to be able to see things. It makes sense more when we start printing, guys. You're going to see how we change it, and so we got that one, and we created a viewport for layer, so I can make it unprintable. So when I print, send it to the printer, it wouldn't print another line that I need, another box that I don't need. Any question, guys, about this? We're cool? Okay, when you're done with this, you can close it. Before you close, guys, always get into the habit of clicking all layers. Okay, and then just here's an X here. Everybody can see the X. Exit. Cool. Now you can see all these layers. If you click here, guys, can you see all the layers that we created? The background layer, right? And the viewport layer. Chris, can you see them if you go up to down? Okay, perfect. We're good.
I have to save the drawing.
Yes. Now, so we can give you a quick break here. Now, before you save though, we haven't saved that one yet. Before you save, make sure you have this package with you because that's how we're going to be setting up. Everybody has this package? Okay, got them? And I want you guys to go to page 3 of 4, right? And do you see item number 4, drawing sheets? That's what we're going to be setting up, the drawing sheets. Okay? So, if you guys look at them, I have the symbols. I'm going to go save this one as E5. I'm going to tell you why E5. Everybody can see sheet 5 here? Everybody can see that sheet 5 is upper level power? Everybody can see that? Why did I can save it E1, E2, E3, but I'm going to save it as E5. I'm going to tell you why E5. E5 has 2 extras, the title block and the background. If I go E1, E1 does not have, E1 is just a title block, doesn't have a background. That's why when I chose E5, so I can get the most out of this drawing, and then I start deleting things to get E1 and E2 and E3 and so forth. That's why I chose E5. I could have chosen actually E6 would do the same thing. I just want to pick up E5, okay? So I'm going to go. Now remember, guys, we have 2 drawings open, right? Do you still have 2 drawings? How many drawings when you minimize do you guys have here? 2? I want you, that one, can you close one of them? This one, the one that has a layer, can you guys close it? Just close it. Make sure you close the right one though. Before I go, everybody's looking at this. If you open it like me, make sure you close that one. Again, if you minimize, you have 2 drawings. You have the one that we've just set, nothing in it. And if you minimize it, oops, cancel here. If you minimize it, you're going to have the drawing that we got the layers from, right? Everybody's there? Can you guys close that one? Click here. Cancel. Do you want to save students? Okay, layers. No, I don't want to save that one. Okay. So if you minimize, you should only have 1 drawing right now, right? Can you guys see that? I hope you didn't close the other one. Everybody can see that you have only 1 drawing in it. Okay, let's go file. And now I'm going to go save it. File. I like to go this way. You can do it any way, shape, or form. Go to here, save. Okay, now where do you want to save it? We're going to go save it on the network. So the easiest way to go to the network, if you follow with me just one little second. If you guys go to your desktop, where's my desktop? Desktop, everybody knows where desktop is right here. Okay, can you guys see the shortcut? Can you see what I see here? Shortcut to 2012, that comes very handy. It shoots you all the way to the network. Okay, cool. Desktop, shortcut 2012 or 2012 shortcut, double click on it. Guess what? Now you're looking at the folder in the network, so you can save it there. Yes, sir. Let's go back one more time here, file, save. And when you are here, go to the desktop. Can you see where my desktop is right here? Do you see a desktop for you?
Yeah.
Yep. When you see to the desktop, can you see the shortcut that we just created? Okay, double click on that. Thank you. And now we are on the folders online. Now you guys are going to go to your team folder. I'm going to go to my team folder. Everybody's going to go to your team folder. Here's my team folder. I'm going to go to the file because we're in the file. We are doing CAD, so we're going to, under design drawing, we have to put them under design drawing and stop right there. I don't want you to put them in the extra. These are not extras. These are the files I'm going to be working on. So right in here, the name, where's my name? File name. right click on here before you save it. I'm going to call this one E5. And I don't know about you, Phil, my friend, and Rob and everybody else, I like to put E5 and next to it also an identifier to identify what E5 is, just for me. So what's E5, guys? E5 says upper level power. So I'm going to just right next to it say upper level power. Okay, cool. I can just say E5 and stop. The reason why I put next to it, so if I'm looking at it, Ashley, 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now, and Chad say, I want you guys to do upper level power, then you can go there and work on it. Before I forget, this might confuse you a little bit. Can I have your attention? There are 2 ways of doing CAD. One way is to do a system, a file per system. Meaning, if I have a power, I have an E5 for the power, and I can file, and I also can have E6 would be a E5 upper level power, E6 upper level lighting, and E7 low voltage, right? All of them are using the same background. I can have 3 files, that's one way of doing it, or I can have 1 file that put these 3 drawings in 1 file. I want you to use this method. Why? Because if we put 3 drawings in 1 file, we can use the layers, and I want you guys to use the layers. Why am I saying this? See that word that says power? Do me a favor. I made a mistake. Just delete the word power. So this will be, actually, this will be E5, comma, E6, thank you. This will be for E6, comma, and E7, thank you. E7. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Let me repeat myself again. Why did I call it this way? Because E5 is the power, upper level. All of them are upper level. So Zach, if you're looking at the building, you're looking at the upper level. For the upper level, you're going to do power on the upper level, light on the upper level, and low voltage on the upper level. So you're using the same background. Okay, right? So might as well call them E5, E6, and E7. Can I call E8 though? Look at E8. E8 is what? Lower level. Well, usually if it's a different background, you start with a different file. Lower level is a different file, right? So now upper is 1 file, lower is different file. Okay. All right, so just say upper level, and that will give you basically E5, E6, and E7, which is power, light, and if you want to have more identifier, let's just put more identifier. Why don't you guys put with them, it was power, light, and low voltage. Why don't you say power, comma, light, just for your own, and LV. LV is low voltage. Just type next to it, so it defines it for you as you go through. So E5, E6, E7, upper level, power, light, and low voltage. Okay? Cool? You know you're going to go down, here, down. Oh, you should have brought your CAD. Your CAD should have been here. Okay. Oh, it's already there. Okay. I don't know when you put it here. That's okay. We're going to put them. Just inside.
Because you know what else is running
Okay.
that file
Here's a fall.
on the next
Design drawing. I just want to grab this one, but you just put, okay, now this one, okay, here's now I have it here. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go back one step, and I'm going to delete this because I care less about it. Yes, delete. Just a little bit of coordination. All right, perfect. Now we're going to go to the file, design drawing, and we're going to save it. Oh, this should have been under Excel. Let's just put it under Excel. Okay, perfect. And go back one step. Now we're going to save it right here. Okay. Can I guys get your attention before you hit save? Can you make sure that you're under design drawings? Heading. Okay. Any question why E5, E6, E7? Cool. Okay. Hit save now. Now I have saved the E5, E6, E7 in one sitting. We haven't extracted yet. Okay. You guys want a few minutes to go before we start the extract?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me pause my recording. Okay, so now before we start, Chris, can you just verify that you guys have that file there at the top? The file name E5, 6, and 7. Everybody can verify that one for me? Okay, next step that we guys need to do is we need to extract. Now, Zach, you can imagine what we're going to be extract the upper level because we call them upper level. So for extracting, can you guys go see where it says home? Go X, insert. Everybody can see insert. Hit insert. And when you go to insert, if you can insert a lot of things, but if you go attach, insert, make sure you're insert attach. Can you guys see what attach means? Insert an external reference, an image, a DWF. You can insert anything basically. So insert attach. Cool. Everybody's okay with that? But oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you before we do this step. Go back to home. Make sure we're gonna go put ourselves. We're gonna put ourselves on which layer? Go back to home. Make sure you put yourself in which layer do you think I want to put myself when I insert? Background. So make sure you pick up background layer. So always forget how to say your name. You know, help me here. You sit here, I have to pick on one. Make sure you put the background before we do anything, okay? Everybody put the right layer, so we're going to bring it at the background. At background here, we put it at background. Cool, everybody's there. Then let's go to insert. The next tab is insert. When you go to insert, make sure you go to attach. When you attach, it tells you when attach an external reference, EXREF, right? Everybody's there? Everybody sit at background layer and XREF, cool. Let's go hit attach. When you hit attach, guys, here's what you get. A few things you need to change here. We're going to attach the file type. What file type we're going to do? Can you guys see DWG file? Do we have a DWG file? Where's my DWG file? Here you go, DWG file. DWG file. Did you grab a DWG file, guys, at the bottom? Okay, now remember, we're going to go extract from the network. We're on the network. So I'm going to go to the desktop, click on desktop. Always easy when you work on the network, always easy to go to the desktop because your shortcut to the network is on the desktop. So before I leave this step, I want you to make sure you did the following. Oops. Number one, you hit the desktop so you can see the shortcut. Number two, you picked a DWG file from the file type. Okay? Cool? Can you guys give me a cool? Everybody's good? Okay. Now let's go to the network. For you guys, you're going to go to your team folder. I'm going to go to my team folder. And I'm going to go to the file. And I'm going to go to the design drawing. Oops. I'm going to go to double click on the design drawing. When you go here, can you guys see what I see right now? Every one of you should see a drawing as well as the XREF. Now I am tying a file to another file. So I'm going to go to the XREF. Everybody's there?
No.
Did they go too fast? Let me go back. So you go to your team folder, right? File, design. I don't want to XREF the same file that I'm working in, obviously. I'm going to go to the XREF. That's why we call this file XREF. I threw another folder here, so you're going to excuse me for that, but you're going to go to the CAD. When you go to the CAD, which one of these files do you think I'm going to link to? XREF is linking to C. Upper level, yeah, because we're working on upper. So can you guys see the upper level here? Everybody can see that? Did you pick the upper level? Cool. All right. Everybody's there. So when you're here, oops. When you're here, where am I? Keep going. Make sure you pick the upper level. Make sure your DWG file. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see it. Cool?
I'm mostly getting this.
Huh?
I'm not bad.
You're not seeing it because do you see a DWG file here at the bottom?
Yeah.
Did you pick a DWG file?
I think that's. I have it. I have it.
Oh, and you can't see it? Because you're gonna go here, shortcut. And which team?
6.
Team 6. And you're gonna go to File and Drawing, Extract, and CAD. I'm sorry guys, there's a few jumps you have to do, but if you get used to it now, it will be easier for the whole year because it's set up. Everybody's there? Cool? Okay, upper level. And okay, I put my upper level and then open. When you come over here, you're gonna get all these. You can overlap or attach. I use attach. Specify on the screen. For the most part, I leave this as is. You can specify where you insert it on the screen. You specify the full path or relative path. Are you guys planning on working on? Let me ask you this question because that's important. Full path, it will be looking at how you link it directly. Relative path, you can have 2 files. Weird. The way I understand, you can have 2 files, one in your C drive and one in the network. And if you have relative path, if you're at home, it looks at your C drive. If you're at work, here done with it, it looks at the network. But since we did that one last year, but since you guys have VPN, and if you want to work at home, you just VPN done with it, then you don't have to do that. So long story short, let's just do the full path for you. Don't change anything here. Leave as is and okay. So click somewhere. I don't know if you guys see anything and hit Z enter, E enter. Everybody knows how to zoom out. Z enter, E enter, Z enter, E enter. You should be able to see what I see here. Can you guys see that? Z enter, E enter to see the whole thing. Everybody see that background? It's hard when it's black. Should I change that one to white? It's easier, probably. Tools. Everybody can see that? No? Chris?
I'm not sure what I'm looking for. I hit Z enter, when I hit E enter, it gave me an error message.
Okay. Extract. Everybody saw that? Yes, good. Okay. Z enter. That's weird. Okay, now let's see. Z enter, E enter. Oh. And then we just insert, we do the same thing. Insert, attach. What if you didn't pick up? And upper level is my upper level. Okay, we're going to go here. Click here, and now Z enter, E enter. Maybe that click.
That was the first click.
The first click, that was it. Okay, sorry for that. Okay, so everybody's there, guys? Cool. Where's my... Okay, so we got that one. My background is here. I still see my background as color. If you guys want to work on it as color, go back to home. Can we go back to home? Can you guys go back to home? And everybody's home, and you can see what my stuff here. Go to Layer Manager. We're at the top. Layer Manager. We're right here. Cool. Click on that. Now you can see all the layers that came with the XREF. All the layers that came with the XREF. Can you do me a favor? Click on exactly what I'm doing here. Go deep all the way to the XREF. You see another file, XREF, and you can see all these layers, right? Are you cool with that? Can you guys see that? I'm going to go turn them gray. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go click on the first one, hold shift and click on the second one, the last one. You know, group select. Everybody knows how to group select. Pick the first one, hold the shift, and pick the last one. Group select, right? And then let's click anywhere on the color. Double click anywhere on the color, anywhere. Now you open the color for all of them, all of them. So I want to put color, remember color 9, the gray? Type 9 here. Did you guys type 9 when you group select them? And hit enter. Now all of them have turned into a gray. Hopefully that will make the background gray for me. Okay? Make sure you guys are working on here, that layer, right? Not the top, please. The top will make everything. If you do the top, then we have to create all the colors for the rest of them. Everybody's okay here? Cool? Now let's X this. Oh, make sure before you exit, make sure you put yourself in all layers so you can see all of them. Click on all layers at the top, right? Cool. And then exit. Can you guys see now how it turned into gray? The dimension, don't worry about the dimensions. The dimension stuff. What we're going to be doing, Chris, with the dimension, can you see that dimension is still green, right? Here's what I do with the dimension fill. I leave the dimension until the end, and then I turn them off. I turn the dimensions off. The dimensions are so cool, Ashley, for you when you lay out your receptacles. It gives you kind of proximity where you are. So you leave them on so you know how to lay out 6x12 rules. And then before we print, we just go to the dimension layer and turn it off. Okay, so don't worry too much about the dimension. Okay, cool. Any question guys about Z enter, E enter, Z enter, E enter, so you can see the whole deal? Any question guys? Everybody got we grade we extract the background, meaning we created a picture of the background for us. We made that picture gray because I care less about the walls and the ceilings colored. I care less. I don't care if that wall is green, because I'm not dealing with walls. I'm dealing with my electrical stuff that I'm going to be putting on this drawing. Does that make sense? Questions? Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, guys, when I extract, I'm going to go, I'm done. Now, what you guys are going to be working right into this drawing. I'm going to do, that's how we're going to do that one. Let's do set up a paper space. Let's set up a paper for you guys to print. Let's do a paper setup. Any question about the model space? Yes, sir.
Yeah. Did you want the insertion points like at 0, 0? Because I think when we brought it in, we just clicked. Is that all right? Is that what you want?
I thought when it was specified as 0, 0 when we extract. No? Maybe.
Well, I was having trouble bringing it in.
It really doesn't matter because we're not referencing it. Usually, I think when we brought the extract, it tells you where do you want to insert it, and it's the one that's clicked that says 0, 0, 0. Should put it as 0, 0, 0. It makes a big difference when we're doing Revit and when you coordination, but for what we're going to be doing right now, honestly, it doesn't make a difference. Otherwise, what you can do is you go delete it, extract it again at 0, 0, 0. Okay, any questions guys about this? Questions? Okay, before I move on, I'm going to do two things. Now, what's your name again? Dustin? Now, Dustin, my friend, we're in the model space. We're going to go work on the electrical stuff. So I need to go load all my blocks, my electrical blocks. We do this one time. What I'm going to be doing right now is going to do it one time. We load it. So I'm going to go load my blocks so I can work with them. Everybody knows what a block is. A receptacle looks like this circle with 2 slashes on it. That's a block. I'm going to go load them so I can grab them and throw them on the wall and circuit them. Right? That's basically what we do in the business of circuiting. Okay, do me a favor. What I've done, guys, where's anybody can see where okay, we're here. It's one of these parameters, not insert.
Insert block.
No, not insert block. Manage or user interface. Okay, let me see. I always, I'm looking for design center. Anybody can see a design center symbol, utilities? Okay, should be one of these. Maybe parameter, not parameters, view. Right here, view. Can you guys see that view? Can you go to view right here at the top, view? If you forgot that one, guys, I'll remind you, not a big deal. We're going to do this one time. We're going to load all your symbols that you can use for this drawing. And by the way, Ashley, we do this in one drawing and we copy it 12 times, by the way, right? Or in this case, it's going to be less than 12 because we have 3 in one file. And then every single one of these will have everything set up for it. That's a nice thing about spending good time on one file. Then you copy the file and you have all the sitting already in the file. Okay, so view. Everybody can see view, guys? Can you see that little icon here? I'm clicking on it right here. See where design center? Everybody can see a design center? Right there. Cool. This is recorded, just FYI tool. You see a design center? Cool. My friend, I'm going to call you number one. Number one? Okay, click on design center. Okay, you're getting into this interface. That's how we're going to load our symbols, right? Okay, so what I would do, go all the way up. Can you guys see what I'm expanding over here? Double click on desktop. Where am I? My computer, where's my design desk? I'm going to go to desktop. Where's my shortcut? My document, S7. Why can't I see my desktop? Drawing. Okay, history. We don't want history more. Open. All right, there you go. One more time. Sorry. Let's do it again. Close the. Oops, cancel this. Cancel. I'm going to close there. Okay, one more time. Can you guys see? Go to the design center, right? Click on design center. Here's what you see, something similar. Go at the top here. Can you guys see right here in the upper right corner? See where it says load, right? Open it. It opened the interface. Now, let me warn you a little bit of one thing. How are we going to do that? The blocks right now are sitting on the network. If you load them from the network and you go home and you're not connected to the network, guess what? You're not going to see them. You're not going to see the blocks if you go home and open your files. Because of this, I'm going to do one tricky little thing, guys. Did you guys hear me why I'm going to do one little tricky thing? If I load them from the network right now, you go home and you want to open CAD, you would not be able to see the blocks unless you have VPN. But say you don't want a VPN and you just want to see the blocks so you can work on them. Let me tell you what we have done in the past. We're going to go copy the file that says electrical symbols and put it on your C drive in any location. So can I go back one step here just to make it easier for you? Minimize CAD. Stay where you are, just minimize. And go to electrical symbols. Everybody can see the file electrical symbols. I'm going to go copy it. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to go copy the electrical symbol file and put it on your C drive in a location, Ashley, that you don't delete it later on. So make sure you put it in one location where you cannot delete it. You don't delete it. What happened, Phil, if you delete it? You're going to come one day and say, Chad, where are my blocks are gone? Because you moved the file or you deleted it. Guess what? We can load it again, and it takes literally 1 minute, less than a minute to load it. Okay, can you guys go back and get into this file? Everybody can see the electrical symbol file, right? Right click on it, copy it. And I'm going to go to my documents. What I suggest is put it in your documents, guys, my documents. And you can put it anywhere you want. But before you do it, I want you to remember where you put it. Okay, because we're going to go pick it up. So let's just put it in my documents for now. And I'm going to go paste it. Okay, can you do it? Just put it in my documents. Now, wherever you put it, I want you guys to go back and pick it up now in a few seconds so you can load it from that location. And what's your name? Jackson. Jackson, my friend, if you put it in my documents and you moved it to your desktop, you will open CAD and it will, at least the 2011, and it will tell you you lost your blocks. And no problem. All what you have to do is just go load them again from a different location or go bring that file, put it back where it was. Okay, so I want to give you a heads up on that one. Okay, everybody knows where you guys loaded them. I put them in my documents. Cool. All right. Now minimize. Minimize. Go back to CAD. Okay. Are we still at the same interface, or do you need to bring the interface? Okay. If you.
Design content.
Okay. Right here. If you go to Design Center, View, Design Center, click on it. You are right here. I just want to make sure everybody's right here. Right? Cool. Can I have heads down, up, in between? Okay. Cool. All right. Now let's go to load. Now when I go to load here, guys, remember we're going to load it from, for me, it was my documents. Click on my documents.
Where did you find something that says load, or that you click on it?
Right here.
You click on it, load, oh, okay, so
Yeah.
it's gonna load it.
Yeah, it says load here. Yeah, cool. Everybody saw that one? Okay, click on it. Now remember, we put it under my documents. I don't know where you guys put yours. Click on documents. If you put it under documents, scroll down, and you should be able to see the symbols. If you put it under documents, did you guys see them? If you put them under documents, Zach? Okay, cool. Everybody, if you put them in a different location, please dig. Just help me understand. Are you guys good with Microsoft and window and maneuvering around, and everybody almost kind of, yeah, digging in and finding a folder? The more you get better as a designer, that, I mean, okay, are we there? Yep. Yeah, you're gonna go load. Yeah, there you go. You did put documents. Click on documents here at the top. There you go. What did you remember where you store it? Oh, you didn't store it. Okay, not a big deal. Let me go grab it quick for you. We're gonna grab that folder from here, CAD, electrical symbols. Where is it? Electrical symbols. Copy it. And I'm gonna go my documents. Where's your documents here? Click. Okay, here's my documents. Computer. Right here. Library documents. This stuff. And send me documents. And here are my documents. Why don't you put them on the library? Up to my documents, like click and paste it. Okay, now we're cool. Where are we here? Okay. Okay, let's go back to AutoCAD. Now we're good. Okay, now load. Open that little deal here. There you go. Okay, now go to my documents. There you go. Okay. All right, everybody's there, guys. Can I click? Let's click on it. Open it. Basically, click on it and hit open. Okay, so that will open it for you. I don't know if you guys can see it way at the bottom. Here's my electrical symbols. Can you guys see that? Everybody can see it? Click on the blocks underneath it. So scroll down here, should be electrical, ECDM 2-in-1 electrical symbols, and click on the blocks, and you should see all the blocks that comes with it. Everybody's okay with that? Everybody can see it? To scroll, you might have to move yourself up and down in these areas. Cool? There? Okay, here's what we're going to do. Right click on the blocks. Right click on the blocks right there. Can you guys see that? When you hit blocks, you see all this. Now right click on the blocks, you see this window. Can you guys see where it says create a tool palette? Everybody can see that one? If you're there, just hit create a tool palette and it'll start loading all these symbols for you. You have to expand the file. You have to click on that little X here. There you go. Perfect. Click on the blocks. Perfect. All right. Now it's loading it. Right click again here on the same block. And you're right where we are. Okay, everybody's there, guys? Can I say, Dustin, you're good?
Well, I was behind from my setting up my computer.
Oh, okay.
I'm just following along.
Following. Okay. Everybody's there? Okay, let's go create a tool palette. Hit create a tool palette. It's cooking for you here. You can see it's jumping around over and over. Let it go. It's basically actually loading all these symbols for you so you can use. Really, the fancy way of doing it. We could have, you know what, probably guys, we did with Maria Angelica, you went to the symbol and grabbed the copy and pasted. That's exactly, you could have done the work. The nice thing about this, I'm going to show you, now we will load them for you in that file. So every time you open this file, you have all your symbols there. So you can drag and drop. Okay? Everybody did that? Done? Now, Chris, a month from now, you come to me and I lost my symbols chat. We're going to redo that step. Just do this step again. Not a big deal. You can lose it anytime and we'll bring it back. Okay, if you guys are done with this, can you go to the X here, right here, and cross it? Make sure you cross the right one. Can you guys see that little symbols here at the side? Did it load that symbol for you? You guys see them? These are the symbols that we have. So if you click at the top, I'm going to close it. To get this list of symbols, now actually I'm going to say, Chad, where are my symbols so I can use them? Can you guys see where it says Tool Palette here? Click on it. It will turn all your symbols on for you. There's a lot of them, guys. If you go here, there's a lot of symbols that came with the software, so don't worry about these. Can you guys see that? These are non-electrical stuff. You can clean them if you want to, if it's bothering you. But the one that you want, if you click on it right at the top, it says ECDM electrical symbols. Okay, everybody's okay with that? Click on this. Now you're going to see all the symbols that we have. And you can scroll, actually, if you look at the top here, what I'm going to do, all the way, these are the symbols that we're going to be using. Now, Phil, if you want to grab your symbols from your company, I don't know how you guys do it. Get the file where they're located as blocks, and you can load them directly and you can use them. I have no problem with that. No problem with that. I'll give you a donut if you share them with me too, and with everybody else. How about that? So you can, as long as you have them, guys, in a file as a blocks, you can load them. You can load as many symbol lists as you want here. So say, for example, another company has another symbol list. You can call it ECDM 2011, and it will be shown right here as ECDM 2011. Okay. So as long as we're on it, here's my symbol. I'm going to go drag. This is not my intention, but I'm going to show you one little thing here. See, I am, let's go back to home. Can you guys see home? We're at the top. Click at home and make sure you are still seeing the symbols. By the way, these symbols will never go unless you cross them here. So eventually what you guys are going to be doing, probably you could put them in the side here so you can use them. So suppose I want to go, guys, and grab, here's my, oops. Okay. Home. Okay. Moving, I think you drag it from right the top here. See? Drag it from the top. My computer is getting wacko here. Dragging it from the top and moving it. Come on, buddy. Okay. Now I'm gonna go and grab a lighting fixture. And so I'm going to put myself on lighting. Where's my electrical lighting exit? Security, wire, power. Do we have, what's the best way to do on electrical communication emergency? E lighting fixture. Can you guys see E lighting fixture? Go pick up E lighting fixture as a layer right here. Did you guys do that? And I'm going to go drag my lighting fixture here. Can you see that? Oops. Okay. Continue. Don't worry about that one. Now I clicked on it. Now I'm holding a lighting fixture, and I'm not going to put it. I'm going to put it right in the middle, right in here. I have inserted a lighting fixture into my drawing. Can you guys see it here? Okay. One more time.
Well, it's just you got black and a little green spot. You're sitting from here looking at the screen.
Let me see. Where's my, anybody can see where my option are? Option. I'm looking for the
under the A.
Under the what?
Far upper left hand corner.
Option. Okay. I love it. Options. There you go. Thank you. There used to be another. Okay. If you go under option, let me change my background to if you go under option drafting, where's color? Color. There you go. I'm going to change my color to white. I really don't, but then you can see it then better. Everybody knows how to change your color, guys, to when you find your option. So I'm going to go to my 2D. I'm going to make it white. Where's my 2D? Cursor viewport, model space. My drafting, is that the 2D AutoCAD? Okay. One of these should be able to get me, okay, 2D space, yep. 2D space, let's change that one. 2D space, let's put it onto color white and apply. Is that, would that change it? No. Okay, why did I do it? Options. Okay, display. Drafting, display. Color. 2D. Uniform. Okay. Uniform background. White. Okay. Okay. All right, is that better? Is that better? Much better. Okay. So you don't have to do that one. I just changed my background so you guys can see it. Anybody likes to work on the background white? Usually, you like it? Okay. See what I did? You want me to go back again, quick? Okay. If you wanna work in the background, a white background, you go right here into the big A here, options, and you're gonna go make sure you hit drafting. See where it says drafting here, and see where it says color here, color. Make sure you're in 2D, and yeah, and I believe the one that I changed is uniform background here. Click on these two, uniform background, and click on the color and pick the white or any other color as a matter of fact. Okay, if you want to change your background into white, and then apply. Right? Did you guys apply before? Click. Make sure here background, uniform white, put your white, and then apply and close. Okay, it and off to a white. Okay. So what I've done, Chris, I grabbed one of these fixtures. Can you see that? Drag it, grab it and drag it. See how it's in my hand? And I'm going to go put it anywhere I want. Just, I'm not putting it to scale or anything. I'm just going to drop it right in here. Here's my lighting fixture right in this room. Okay? That's what's nice about these symbols. We can do the snap and all this stuff as we go through, guys. I just want to make sure that it works. Did you guys drop one at least to make sure it works? Everybody good? Okay. So I just, not to confuse myself, I'm going to go pick it up and delete it. And you guys know how to pick up and delete something. Click on it and delete just to make it uniform. And then I'm going to go Z enter, E enter, so I know where I am right now. Okay, cool. Everybody's there? Since we're not working yet, so do me a favor, go close that one. Close the tool palette so you have more room. Close your tool palette so you can have more room. Any question, guys? Any question?
I know this might be a little. Where do you manage to your type commands, like the quick keys? So for that tool thing, if I wanted
tool palette, yeah. Let me give you a shortcut. There's a shortcut of all these. Yeah, let's get you a shortcut of all these commands as we go through. Right now I'm visual. I use a lot of visual stuff, but there is a shortcut for all these commands.
That's a good point to save.
Okay. Yes. Why don't you save, guys? Just hit save. Now, all what you have to do since we created the file, hit the top here, save. Okay? Can you guys see that top here? If you hit save, it will save it. Okay. So, what we did, guys, we extract the background. We turn it into gray. As you can see, it's grayish. And we imported all the blocks so we can use them. The next thing I want to do is I want to go set my paper so I can print and send my print to the plotter. I want to set my paper 22 by 34 and extract my title block so I'll be able to plot with 22 by 34. So what I'm going to be doing from now on, guys, have nothing to do, almost nothing to do with throwing the symbols and all the stuff. We're going to do into the printing. We're going to move to the printing department. Any question about the XREF? Any question, guys, about the XREF so far? background. Okay, so can you guys see, do you have layout 1 and layout 2 like I do here? Everybody has layout 1 and layout 2? Okay, go to layout 1. Everybody click on layout. Now we're moving actually from the model space where we work into the paper space where we print for the most part. Okay, everybody's at layout number 1. Do me a favor, right at layout number 1, right click. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what you have. You already have a model space in yours. I'm just going to set up the paper. Okay, click here. I think if I click on mine, it probably doesn't look like yours. If I click here, Z enter, E enter. Okay, here's my symbols. We'll get back to sizing these in a second here, guys. Just everybody can see something similar to what I'm doing right now. I want you to go to layout number 1 and right click on it and tell me if you can see these stuff. If you can see what says page setup manager, can you guys see that? Page setup manager, everybody's there. Click on page setup manager. Now we're going to set the layout. This layout, I believe it's 11 by 17 that you're looking at. So I'm going to go set up 22 by 34. 22 inches by 34 inches. That's a big sheet that you're going to be printing from. 22 by 34. Okay, so it says, everybody can see that window that I'm doing here. Since I have no layout, I'm going to go by new. Can you guys hit new? Okay, when you hit new, you basically telling the plotter to plot this size. So you can bit 8.5 by 11. You can make 8.5 by 11, or you can make 22 by 34, or you can make 11 by 17. We standardize on most of the people in 22 by 34. Okay, so it says new page name just to make it for us, Phil, to understand it. As you know, we're going to make it 22x34. So type 22x34. Now, Chris, this is just a name. So when you're looking at it, you're looking at a page 22 by 34. If you want to print from here 8.5 by 11, name it 8.5 by 11. We sit an 8.5 by 11. You can sit as many pages as you want. And I'll show you. This is just one page. Okay. When you hit that one, hit OK when you named it. Now it opens this window for you. Everybody got this window? The first thing you need to do, Dustin, my friend, Dustin, right?
Yep.
Dustin, the first thing you need to do is get the plotter. You need to tell it we're going to print to what? We need to the plotter. So can you guys click under printer name? The one who were here yesterday, which all of you, do you remember when we loaded the plotters, Phil? Your plotter should show up here. If it's not here, then we might have to go back one step and load the plotter. You guys, we did it yesterday, right? So you should be able to look at, here's the one that we're looking at. Your default should be HP 800 Red 10-1. Everybody can see that? So click on it. Everybody has it? Love it. So everybody can see that now we're defaulting to that big black thing. The plotter, not the printer, the plotter. Cool? If you pick the printer, you wouldn't be able to see the paper 22 by 34. So you have to pick up the plotter. Everybody got the plotter? Cool? Good. So step number 1. Step number 2, look at the paper size. It defaults it actually into 8.5 by 11. Obviously, we don't want 8.5 by 11. So click here, and it will give you all the ANSI standards. ANSI is good. ANSI has standards for everything. One of them is the paper. So the ANSI Design D, I don't know how many of you guys have used the term. ANSI Design D is always 22 by 34. Okay? How do I know? Just because that's ANSI standards. So when you go work and they want 22 by 34, it's always called ANSI Design D. Okay? So click on ANSI Design D. Can you guys see ANSI D? Click on ANSI D. So what I have picked 22 by 34 sheet of paper. That's what I've done. I don't know if when you click here, by the way, you can see a lot of paper sizes here. What we standardized here, you can have oversized, most of the people standardize ANSI Design D. Look at oversized ANSI Design D. You can use that one, but the one that we standardize on is ANSI Design D. That's 22 by 34. Okay? Any questions so far?
What is the oversize?
Oversize, it's bigger layout. If ANSI, it gives you the paper is 22 by 34, but the print will be shorter in it.
Also, you have space behind like a framing.
Yeah, ANSI design they give you bigger framing, and oversized give you smaller framing around your print. You can try it as we go. Okay, layout. If you come, what I do, guys, what to plot? Layout. We go by layout. Don't change anything here. Scale is 1:1. Don't change anything here. The only thing that I have that you guys don't have probably, I don't know if I still even have it loaded here, is the plot style type. Plot style type. I'm going to load a plot style type for you. So really, we're done here. We're done in this one. The only thing we're missing is a plot style type. A plot style type, guys, if I want to plot black and white to this plotter, if I don't pick the style, it will print it as colored. The standard in the industry for the most part is black and white. If I wanted to bring a black and white, I need to have a plot style that says black and white. I have one that we developed for the department. I will load it for you guys in a few seconds here. But for the time being, since we don't have it and you don't have it, so we're going to leave it. We'll get back to it soon. So just hold your horses on that. So let's hit OK. We're set. We're done with this. Okay? Everybody's okay with that? Hit OK. Now, if you guys, I want the current view to be that page of paper, right? The current view that I'm looking at. So set current. Can you guys see when you hit set current? When you hit set current, see, remember layout number 1? It makes layout number 1 22 by 34. Okay? That's what set current means. Everybody's okay? So I established a size of a paper, and I made that layout, that size of paper that I've just established. Everybody hit the set current before we leave, and close. Here's your paper that you're looking at. Now look at the one that the program started with. How small that paper was compared to what the paper that we need to do. 22 by 34. Any question guys so far? Any question about that? The dotted lines, Chris, are anything beyond these dotted lines would not be printed by the plotter. Can you guys see the dotted lines? Wherever you see the dotted lines, anything beyond, outside that parameter of these dotted lines will not be printed. Okay, do me a favor. Everybody's looking at what I'm looking at right now. Now, do me a favor, and you see the view here? Let's go delete the view. Just delete it. Pick it up and delete it. So you'll see a paper like this. So where did the insert viewport? Viewport. Here you go. View. Manage viewports. View. Okay. Insert viewports. I thought this was view. Anybody can see where the viewports, manage view, viewport style. Here you go, viewports right here. Takes me a while. Okay. All right. So let's go back to home. Everybody's looking at what I'm looking at right now. Everybody's there. All right. I want you guys to go to view. This is where you create the viewport. Viewport. Here's your viewport. This is should be viewport. Here you go. I want to create, this is my viewport. Can you click on that one? Here's my rectangle viewport. Grab it from here, click here, and all the way up to this point. Here's your new viewport. New viewport. Everybody was able to create a new viewport? Let's delete it and do it one more time. Delete. A viewport, guys, is a window that takes you to the model space, look at the model space, and bring it back to the paper space. So, one more time. Rectangle viewport, click on it. And drag, click one point. Now you're opening that rectangle here. And you got yourself a viewport. There's one little problem here. Phil, my friend, it's not at the right layer, right? Is it at the right layer? I'm setting it at, look at that. It's lighting fixture. common mistake, click on it, go back here, and change it to, what do you think this viewport is going to be sitting at? Viewport, right? So if you set your viewport at a different layer, no problem. At any time you can change it. At any time you can change it. One more time, let me delete it and bring it. So click, delete, view, viewport rectangle. Click on one corner. You can make it as big as you want it to, except I made it on the wrong layer again. So what do? You go to home, pick it up. See, Chris picked it up and went to the right layer and put it on the right layer, which is viewport layer, and escape. Any question, guys? Any question about the viewport? You can, as you guys know, a lot of you who are working with CAD, you can bring as many viewports as you want. This is one viewport. Before I let you go eat, I want to extract the title block, then we'll go eat. Cool? Zach and Ashley, are you guys good there? You did the viewport and works on the right layer? Okay. You guys good? Chris, number one? You guys are good there? Okay, so let me go. So we set the paper, guys. We're cool. We set the paper. Yeah, before I do that, can you guys right click, see layout number one? I hate layout number one because it doesn't give me a meaning, right? Right click on it and see where it says rename. I'm going to make this one file E. Remember, this file is E5, 6, and 7. I'm going to make this layout E5. So type E5. And E5 is what, guys? E5 was power, right? E5 was power. And right next to it, type power. So now, Ashley, if I'm looking at this, I know I am looking at E5 power. What do you guys think next to it? We're going to make a layer that says E5, E6 lighting, and E7 low voltage. In a second, though. We don't do anything yet until we do the XREF, so we can, when we copy everything. We don't have to redo it over and over again. Okay, everybody change this one E5 power. So this layout is going to only show me E5 power, because when you guys print for me, according to my schedule, I want you to print the power separate from the light, separate from the low voltage. That's why we did it this way. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense.
Should the layer be viewport when you're hitting this?
No, it doesn't matter here. When you change the name,
Oh, okay.
yeah, we just changed the name. We didn't do anything. Insert anything. Okay? Okay, I'm going to go to the tile block. What I like to do, did we have a layer that says tile block, guys? I don't think we create a layer. Okay, when I bring the title block as an extra, I like to always put it on its own layer. So can you guys come over here one more time, please? See that? Everybody's there? Click on layer properties, right there. Cool. Yep. Click on it. And when we go there, we're going to create a new layer. Everybody knows now, create a new layer. And I'm going to call this one title block. Did I spell it right? Title block. Okay. Tile block. Which color do you guys want to give it? Let's give it this color. Any color you can give it at this time. These color for you guys, it's not going to be printing, or it will be printing, but for you. So I have a layer that's called title block, and I gave it a color, whatever color is there, magenta. Okay, cool. Everybody made a layer that says tile block. Before you leave, Chris, make sure you put yourself in all layers here so you can see all of them, and exit. Okay, I'm gonna go get my tile block now. Do you guys remember how I said at the beginning? I said there are 3 files tied together. The file that we're working on is file number 1. The background is file number 2. We just brought it to this file. File number 3 is the title block file. 3 files tied together through the extra thing. That's one nice thing about extra. When we go to Revit, there's a central file. The cool thing about a central file, you have a central file, you have an image of the central file here, you work, and then you load to the central file. So it's slightly different concept. Okay. Any question, guys? I promise you 3 months of CAD, we're going to be going over this over and over and over again. For those of you who want to sharpen, because you shouldn't, Chris or anybody else, you shouldn't leave here without knowing how to XRF and set the paper and all this. These are basics. You know what I mean? Okay, can I go, now I'm going to XRF one more time. You do, Zach, we do 2 XRFs. One in the model space, and that's the architectural background. We did that. It's right here. Can you guys see that? The one that we've done right here. That's model space. We're going to do one more XRF, which is the title block, and the title block always, almost always, in the paper space. So we're going to go, and everybody knows what a paper space, model space. We're going to go to the paper space, the one that we already set. Everybody's okay with that? Everybody is clicked on E5 power, and let's go get the tile block. Okay, insert. When you XRF, we're going to insert. Hit insert. Everybody's at insert. Insert. Attach. Everybody's there. Insert, attach. Good. No. Attach. When you hit attach, if you guys did, you probably, if you click here, it will take you back, Phil, to the last time you XRF from, which was online. So you don't have to jump around. If you guys look, and if you don't know where you are, always expand here. Say students, classroom, ECDM. For me, team number 11. That's my team. Fall, design drawing, XRF, CAD. So I'm in the right location, right? Are you guys there? Click, make sure you should be if you XRF the first one. Okay, so when you go there, I'm going to go tile block the first one. You can pick any one. Let me just look at the second one here. Tile block the first one. Oops. No, where did I go, Chad? Here, tile block. Yeah, let's do the first one, tile block. Everybody can see that? But, how did I get what? To this space? Okay, close. Let's go attach here. Are you there? Okay. Do you see them? Okay. You just clicked like I did and it never came back. Yeah, click here. Yeah. There you go. You're back. All right. So let's go to the first title block. See how it looks like. So Ashley, I'm tying the third file to the first file that we're working on right now. Okay, open it. Open. Everybody picked up the tile block, the first one? Open. For this one, guys, I like to specify on screen, but you really see where it says specify on screen? I mean, not scale, I'm sorry, not a scale. Specify on screen the insertion point. Specify on screen. I see your point. It was the opposite.
I was a little confused.
Yeah, you're right. So if you unclick this, it will put it at 0, 0, 0. But specify on screen, meaning you will specify the insertion point. Everybody just leave it as is. You don't have to do anything. And full path like we did. Okay. And can you guys see my tile block here in my hand? Everybody can see the tile block in my hand here. Okay. And I'm going to go grab my tile block. And don't worry about dropping it. I go usually to one corner here and click it. So if you then you can grab it, drag it again. Can you see that? Make sure when you drag it, it doesn't go beyond the dotted lines, otherwise it wouldn't print. So can you guys see that right here? Done. If you guys have a mouse with a wheel, it's really easier to work with. Again, so suppose that your tile block was this, right? Ashley, here's your tile block right here. It's way over off. So you drag, go to the one corner, click on it. Oops. Pick it up, drag and hold, and drop it slightly underneath here where it can't be printed. Can you see that there is space here between them? And off it goes. Everybody guys have the tile block within the printing parameters. You might have to move. This is move. What I'm doing, guys, is I'm clicking on it, and if you hold the lift button, is that the lift button, and you move it, you can move anything in CAD. Or where's the button? Move. Hit move and move. There you go. You can hit this button and move it. You know how to move things in Revit in the CAD, no? Oh, you can pick it up and hit move. Now you can move it, or you can move and drag it. Here's it. I'm moving it with a reference point, which is better. Okay, are you guys at this point? No? Do your box is small? Ah, which one is the small? The box that you guys did? Oh. Interesting.
What size of paper are you using?
You're the one more there, I'm sorry. Outside, you are the one. That's why. It's so hard to go outside. It's so hard to see with the color. But if you look up there, where maybe. Yeah, now you're just seeing something about it. So that's saying that you click on. That's what you would want to do. And then you just say, now you see if you get whatever. See if you get this is the one out, you don't show you that. So I click here, now we can do it. And then we can scale it. Don't worry about that little scale. You know how we set it up for a certain color. Yeah, let's say we set it up. Everybody can see it, guys? Cool. Everybody's there?
I don't know.
You want to change some of this.
When I brought my tile block, guys, I don't know if you see, I brought my tile block on the layer lighting. So click on that and go back and change it into title block. Now it's on the right layer. We have to bring it, we brought it under lighting, but not a big deal. We can change it into tile block layer. Any question, guys? Zach, are you guys, you and Ashley are in the same location with us? Phil, is it working with you guys? Did it came? Okay. Let me do one more last thing, guys. Can you see the viewport? Everybody can see that yellow stuff, that viewport? Now see how the viewport is overlapping the tile block? You don't want this to happen. So what you do is you go drag it and make sure it matches the right here. See what it done? Viewport right here. So we take advantage, just drag the viewport and make it fit in the paper space that you have. There you go. Okay. Did you guys adjust your viewport? Everybody adjust the viewport? It's hard to see it when now it's right here. Everybody adjust the yellow viewport to match the printing space. That's called the, can you guys see, your viewport should match your tab block right in here. You drag the corners and just drop them to match that viewport. Okay. All right, now when you're here, and I know you guys are, you're hungry. We're gonna go to eat in a sec. 1 second, I promise you. Any questions so far? Did you guys drag the viewport one more time? If you zoom, for mine, it was right in here, right here. See how my viewport is sitting right in, matches my paper. Okay. You can do this at any time, really, just, okay. Now, scaling. Phil, you guys were looking at the scaling. Can you guys make sure that your viewport is picked like mine? It has these blue squares. Make sure it's picked. And right underneath it, if you click underneath it, that's going to scale your drawing. The scale that we use is 1/4, 3/4. I think it's 3/4. Let me try 3/4. No, that's too big. 1/4.
Are we selected on the viewport then?
Yeah, you scale the drawing through the viewport. So you have to select the viewport first, like I did, and then right underneath it, Ashley, can you see you can set the scale? If I set my scale as 3/4, look how the drawing is so big. It can't fit. If I select 1/4, it's too small. Let's see if we can 3/8. 3/8 is still can't fit. Remember that thing is in between, so a half worse. So 3/4 is the best fit for your scale. 1/4. Okay. Let me say one little thing, guys. Before you start the scaling, can I mention one little thing? If you double click here, you see that thick line? It will turn your viewport, it will turn this view into a model space. You don't want to scale when you're here. So what I usually do, double click on it, you're in the model space. The first thing you need to do is Z enter here, Z enter, E enter, so that will center your your drawing. Get out of it. Now we are center here, but we're not to scale though. Then you go grab your viewport. Here's my viewport. Look at the scale that I have. Is this a scale that you can send to a drawing? Look at my scale down here. Nothing. So you go back here, pick the scale 1/4. Yeah, pick the scale, and off it goes and hit scale. So my drawing is scaled 1/4. So Ashley, when you send it to the electricians, they can take their scale and measure things based on 1/4 of an inch scale. A 1/4 of an inch scale. Any question, guys? Yep, you can measure, and Phil is showing me when you do the estimation, you set that one. That's very important when you do estimation, guys. As you estimate, when you set the scale, then all your measurement of the cable is going to be the right scale. Very important, the scale. Okay, no problem. Do you see where the viewport is? Your viewport, my viewport. Oops, there you go. Let me. I just put. It's hard to get it when. There you go. Can you pick the viewport? Your viewport? Can you pick it? Okay. Mine, I'm just going to do one little thing here because I screwed up. Z enter, E enter. Don't do what I'm doing here. I'm just doing it because I screwed up. Okay. I'm trying to pick there you go. There you go. Okay, can you guys see that, the corners? Okay, then go way at the bottom here. Let me do it one more time. I know it went fast. Oh. Okay, that's what I thought.
Wasn't quick for some reason. See when you now you see it here. And then make sure you hit scale. Right. You see it?
I agree.
Okay.
You know, when that's the hardest thing when you match it with a frame. Okay, we set the scale 1/4. Lady and gentlemen, time to go eat. That's all I have. When we come back, if you guys don't mind half an hour, I will continue just do a few things today. I will sprint, make sure we do the CAD stuff, and then off we go.
Give me 1 second here to download the